Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Ashley. Today I'm going to be doing a quick clean with me. I'm not sure how quick it's going to be, but I'm going to try to get this done as soon as possible. I have my 13-month-old napping, so I try to get it done between naps, so that way when she's awake I can just spend time with her, play with her, and just tend to her. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you have something you need to tackle in your home, put me on in your background and let's do this together. And for today, before I get started cleaning, I'm going to go ahead and diffuse stress away and joy. And I'm going to go ahead and do 5 drops of each. And as I've mentioned before, 2, 3, 5. I like to add the drops before adding the water. That way it all mixes well. And you're not just diffusing water at the end. Closer to the end of when you're diffusing. Okay, let's get started cleaning. Okay, so starting off in the living room, I had to take down my baby's jumper already. I continue to say baby, but she is 13 months already. It just made me a little sad because she loved jumping in her jumper and she's just a little too tall now. So it is time, unfortunately, to put it away until the next baby is old enough to play with it. In my previous video, I mentioned that one huge cleaning tip that I have for you is getting a basket and just putting everything that you can collect in there that needs to go to the rooms and then distributing at the end of your cleaning session, or sometimes I wait till the end of the day. But I just like to do this because it keeps me from having to go back and forth, from room to room to take 1 or 2 things at a time. But definitely try that if you have not tried it, and I will tell you it helps a lot. Let me know if you are a fan of watermelon. My husband actually works in the ag industry, and actually I did as well before becoming work from home, stay-at-home mom. But he gets to bring home watermelon straight from the field, and oh my goodness, it is delicious. A few days ago, I actually decluttered my older daughter's room. I have 3 stepdaughters and they all stay in one room. And it was just getting a little overwhelming for them picking up all of their toys. So that Amazon box actually has all of their older toys that's going to go in storage. All done in the living room, and it did not take long at all. Also, how cute is that little sofa? I think it is time to start looking for a better way to organize this desk. I just feel like it's very cluttered, and as much as I try to sit down and do some work here, sometimes it just makes me not want to because it's a mess. So if you have any tips for organizing a smaller desk and in a smaller home, then please let me know down in the comments. Moving on to the dining area, as you can see, our table continues to be a catch-all for us. But I wanted to keep this video raw for you and just show you what our table looks like probably 80% of the time. And it's just one of those things that I just have to keep up with it and clean it, as often as possible. If not, then it does get worse than it is right now. But just random items that end up on the table and we all end up leaving there and not taking them to wherever they belong. So you'll see that I will start putting things in the basket and then later on distributing them to the rooms. what it is about half empty water bottles, but my daughters will grab a water bottle and then end up not finishing it. It'll end up, being left on the table or sometimes under the table. And instead of throwing out the water or throwing them away, I like to save those water bottles for my diffusers, and that way it doesn't go to waste. My husband is currently working on building some chairs for us. He actually built this table for us, and he hasn't had a chance recently with all that's gone on in the world, but he is going to be working on building some chairs to match our table. If you're wondering what I'm doing with my earbuds, I'm actually putting them away. I'll have to show you in another video how exactly I do that so that they don't get tangled. I actually learned it from one of those like life hack videos, and it has been a life hack for sure. I recently did a random Target haul over on my Instagram where I mentioned purchasing this bamboo drying rack. It's worked very well for us, but the reason we purchased it was so that we'd get rid of the black one you see in the sink. However, it's not going to work for us getting rid of the black one. We just use too many dishes at pretty much any meal that using just the bamboo one would not work for us. Maybe eventually, once we get into a bigger home, we have a bigger sink, I can get rid of the black one, but as of right now, unfortunately, I am going to have to keep both. Also, halfway through washing dishes, my battery died and I had no idea, so I could not switch it out. But I will finish up the dishes and then I'll go ahead and move on to cleaning up the counters. I finally decided to just bite the bullet and buy this new cutting board off of Amazon that has these different placemats you place on top of the cutting board, and they actually store in the cutting board, which I'm extremely excited to receive because I have just found that we grab a cutting board for any random thing we're going to cut instead of rinsing it and using it again. For instance, I cut up veggies or fruits for my daughter, and I just grab a new cutting board every single time I'm going to cut up something. If you have older kids that enjoy being in the kitchen and helping to cook, I highly recommend checking out the Big Fun Kids cookbook for them. I have a 10-year-old stepdaughter and she truly loves being in the kitchen. Her grandmother actually purchased it for her and she's really enjoyed cooking recipes out of it. They're simple recipes that take her maybe 30 minutes to put together. And of course, I'll supervise and help her out with anything that she needs help with, but I definitely recommend checking it out for your kids. We actually had a Keurig, but I found that we were spending a little too much money on K-cups because we are big coffee drinkers. So we went ahead and bought a reusable K-cup where you can just put in the amount of coffee grounds that you want, but it just was not tasting the same. So we pulled out our old coffee pot and have been loving the coffee ever since. We had originally switched because it was just more convenient with making 1 or 2 cups at a time that we wanted, but honestly, we missed this coffee pot and the taste of the coffee and have been enjoying it. Okay, I'm finally done with the quick cleanup, and obviously it's not spotless. There's still some areas that need to have some sort of organizing done, but it's just so much better, and it makes me feel so good when my husband gets home and the house is clean and all ready for dinner. Okay guys, I'm finally done, and as much as I wanted to get and needed to get to mopping after sweeping today, it's gonna have to wait till tonight. My little girl woke up from her nap and she was immediately asking for a snack. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the mopping tonight, but I wanted to at least get the cleaning and the sweeping done today. As you can hear, she's wanting me to go spend some time with her. So I really hope that this video helped you. It gave you that motivation that you were needing if you wanted to get started on cleaning and it was just something that you were putting in the back burner. I know, trust me, I've been there where I just wake up and I don't want to do anything but sit in bed or lay in bed with my little girl and just watch TV. But again, I hope this gave you the motivation. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and I will see you next video. Bye.